Hey everybody, welcome back to AAmbulance Studios. Tonight I have a special guest for you, and that is the original lineup of Waiting for Brantley. He's always been mysterious.
Yes.
I can tell you though, he was, if you go back and listen to his drum parts, there are like drummers that are really technically good that are just like, perfect everything. And then there's drummers that just somehow fit in the pocket of every song. Even if they do something that doesn't sound great, it always fits perfectly. That's the way Asmar played, especially on that If Anger's the New Happiness. Going back and listening to it, I'm like, who would have thought to do that? And then it's like, but that fits exactly how that song was.
Dude, I'll say this. One of my favorite songs off of that, and this is just a personal preference, I like how it turned out, was Painting Priscilla.
Yeah.
We tried later on to play that song. It never worked.
Hey, Asmar.
Oh, he's on the phone with him. For some reason, whatever Asmar was doing was just like, that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
It was weird.
We're talking about you.
He just had it's nothing.
This is Eric.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you. We're waiting
it's
for you.
It's nothing serious. It's like, just how he did it was great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm telling you. He had that knack.
Bobby did nothing. I'm messing with you.
Man, all I did was... I can tell you what I did. I played really fast and sped the tempo up on every single song.
One thing that you did, I will say, is you were the beginning of an era of play them hard and then destroy them after.
Dude.
Like, that kind of set the bar right there. It was just like...
That drum set has dings all in it. I still have it. It's in my closet over here. But the hoop, it was wood hoops. And you know how the bass drum clips to the bottom of the hoop?
Yeah.
One of the shows at the end, I'd get so excited. It's the end of the show, and I don't want it to end, so I just released that last bit of energy, and I just kicked it, the front of the kick drum, and kicked it off the stage, and it just ripped like a chunk out of that bass drum head. So since then, it's got a green hoop instead of a red hoop. I don't know where that green hoop came from, but that's what I did.
I would say visually, you are always the funnest one to watch. Because of the amount of freaking calories you were probably burning.
Yeah, I weighed like 130. Eating McDonald's every day.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, you were going ballistic on the drums.
Yeah, when I was first coming up and like got out of just religious Christian music and discovered like music that I wanted to listen to, not like what was told I needed to listen to. It was Blink-182, and Travis Barker said one time in an interview or something, he said, I hit the drums as hard as possible because that's when they sound the best. And I was like, you got me. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I hit them as hard as I can.
Yeah, Asmar, I haven't heard you play Bobby, but sounds like you play really hard. I like drummers that play loud. Like it makes it sound good.
I like it hard.
I like it hard.
Hell yeah.
I had to. I'm sorry.
No, that's too easy. You couldn't let that pass.
It was too easy.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is. There he is.
Gavin.
No, damn.
I'm downtown, boys. Look at this.
What's up, Juice?
Dan just got off work. What y'all doing?
We're
Man,
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
Chat.
You know, what you thinking about?
God.
So
Y'all couldn't get out on your own?
Yeah, he's on his way. He said he forgot, and his phone was at 4%, so he'll be on in a minute.
What y'all talking about?
Just the glory days, dude. Just how once Asmar gets on, I want to talk about the time we played at the green room, and we got kicked out.
Sorry, Steven.
Oh, yeah. I still have a
You
scar.
probably have a scar still.
Yeah, I do.
That was
Inside
terrible.
right here. Oh,
That was
man.
terrible.
that sounds like a fantastic story.
Um,
Yeah, it, like gouged the inside of Steven's ear.
jeez,
Uh-oh.
man.
Steve,
Wow.
There he
going
is.
on, boys?
Everybody is.
That grin.
If
I think we're still waiting for Brantley to get here.
after 17 years. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Siren podcast. Tonight, I have on the original, the OG, Waiting for Brantley, the original lineup. Thanks for coming on, everybody. It's awesome to have you. So,
Hey,
Thanks, man. Glad to be here.
real quickly,
Yeah, good to be here.
we have Eric
Right.
Asmar, who was the drums. We have Eric Johnson, guitars. Josh Gavin, who is the bass player. And Stephen Holland, who is vocals and guitar, I guess. Are you playing guitar this time?
I think so.
Guitar?
Yeah,
We hope so.
play.
Good.
Please
Sure.
play.
So, I know I am, and a lot of other people are very excited about seeing the original lineup. What made you? I could hear that. That drink. What made you all get back together and do it with the old lineup?
Man, I was in Biloxi one night and I just got a random message from Steven, so it was actually his idea. So
Yeah, I got a message from Steven, and I was like, I'm game.
you know, it was random, pretty random.
So
Did Asmar leave?
I think there he is.
Oh, there he is.
I mean, we had talked about it in the
Yeah.
past, but
Nervous.
Yeah, I think it should have been something that was done a while back. And after me and Sam were talking to you the last time, that's when Chad messaged me and asked if we would be. At first, he asked if I wanted to do an acoustic thing, and I didn't know at the time that the theme was nostalgic rewind or anything like that. I just thought, okay, I'll play like whatever 5 or 6 songs and be done with it. And then I think I kept talking to Chad, and he just said, if you want to do like Waiting for Brantley stuff, and then I thought about it and was just like, well, I'm not going to do that without Waiting for Brantley. Like that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to play a solo type thing. So I think I reached out to Eric Johnson because at the time I still thought like, okay, we're just going to do acoustic. And I think Eric, didn't I tell you the same thing?
Yeah, you said it was going to be kind of low key acoustic, and then
It really like from there was just kind of like, well, okay, what if we talk to Josh and Asmar, see what they think about it, and let's just do the thing. And everybody was down, so
That's
it's
good.
like once you get the drums and bass and all the you know, it just sounds really good, and you can't go acoustic after that, man.
Mm-mm.
That's it.
No, you gotta do the full thing.
Not quite the same.
So, what are y'all just playing the first album?
The songs we've been practicing so far have all been off the first album. There was talks of doing one off of the second one. I forget what it was. Which one was it?
I think
Where?
Bulletproof.
Something like that. I don't know.
Bulletproof. We were thinking of doing that.
The set's still kind of up in the air. We're 2 weeks out, and we ran through a set the other night, pretty much all the way through. But we still don't know which songs and what order we want them in. We've been discussing it, but
Yeah, we've really been lacking, you know, the vocals and another guitar. So we need the full set.
Well,
We're like,
the first album
we come together.
you had Brad, and he's kind of hard to. I don't know anybody that can sing that
Different
high.
place.
yeah.
This is where it gets fuzzy, though. So, and look, correct me if I'm wrong here. That's been what, 16 years ago?
Mm-hmm. Roughly.
Something
yeah.
like that.
A long
that.
time.
Yeah. So, the way that album was done, Asmar, Josh, y'all might remember, we did it in 2 halves, right?
I
Where
think we did one at Lens, and then at Mark's, right?
Right, and Mark had to finish it. So
Yeah.
I think we did
No
a
offense.
demo.
Go ahead.
I remember
Sorry.
doing
No
a
offense to
demo.
Glenn, but
But
Well,
go for it. My bad.
I mean, no, yeah. We did a demo with Glenn, and that was us 4, right?
Yeah.
And then we went back and started. Eric, were you with us when we went back and started this set of songs?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I was with you guys when we did this last birthday. I think we did that at Mark Black's, and we did what was the other one? We did another one. The one about the RN. What was blending better? Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
we did blending better, and I think I was on last birthday as well. But other than
So
those,
the fuzzy part is, by the time we finished it and it was printed, I think on the actual album is Brad, which Brad did contribute at Mark's.
Yeah.
And
I don't remember him going to Glenn's.
No. So that was
Tyler
that's
McCraney in there too.
confusion. Yes, he's
Yeah,
on the
but I
he's on the
can't
album.
Yeah. I know Eric Johnson helped write a lot of the songs that were on that first album.
yeah, we
Maybe
played,
aside from a
Well,
couple.
I helped
Seems like-
write like some of the guitar, I guess my own guitar parts, and you know, with the help of Steven, with some
Yeah.
of the stuff we were writing, Steven, and we played a lot of those songs at our shows. You know, at Michael's and the upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, because
Good old
before you left, we had a good at least hour or so set. So that's at least 10 to 15 songs. You know what I mean? That we had
Yeah.
written with you before you even left or whatever.
Yeah, I remember. We were all sitting at Wendy's and up in Laurel on 16th Avenue, and I was like, "Well, guys, yeah, I got to break it to you. I think I'm gonna do this mission thing." And I was
Broke our
like,
hearts, bud.
"Broke your hearts right there at Wendy's with the single double stack."
Chicken McNuggets.
And then I was like, "But you know what, guys? I'll help find a replacement. We've got Fowler. You know, we can teach Fowler all the stuff." And then by that point, we were looking into other options. Steven had, I think, written a letter to Brad. Is that right, Steven? And Brad agreed to come play, and he came out to the house and we kind of went through a few songs. But I didn't really. I showed a few things to Brad, but I'm sure he picked up everything on his own, just from his own talent, you know.
You know how much of a for somebody that wasn't in the band, from outside the band, Brad going from Burning November, which was, I assume they had like a record label and a record deal, and they'd recorded in these big fancy studios, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, he's playing in Waiting for Brantley. He's just playing guitar, and not being the lead singer anymore." Everybody was like, "What?" It was kind of a big shakeup. Everybody was like, "What's going on? Why would he leave?" Burning. I don't know why he left. I guess he didn't like being the front man. But
yeah, me and Steven and everybody were honestly shocked. Also, I was. Were you guys?
It's the power of a handwritten letter, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, Steven has this way of talking someone into playing in a band with him. He's good at it. Because I was in a band with all of my friends, like my best friends, like I hung out with every day, and Steven's a smooth talker. He could talk you into it.
Very, very smooth,
He's good at it. He's like, "Man, we'll be rock stars." And I was like, "You got me, man. I'll do it.
Hey,
Sign me."
we did it. Look
I
at
never
this.
go, but Steven, I think you went, Josh. You and Josh and maybe a few others went to see Flicker Stick down on the. Maybe it was in New Orleans.
I remember that.
Yeah. I think me and Asmar.
Josh just changed his stage presence like 180 degrees. He started like really getting into. Josh was always wild, man. You danced around like.
Yeah, I remember being in
Very fun to watch.
above the basement, above the garage, and like, I don't know, man. It was just weird, man. Sometimes I couldn't control it, man. Maybe that's what. I mean,
That's exactly the way you want it, man. If you're controlling it, then
we were young, man. I
Not
mean,
as
I felt the music we were making. I guess it was weird. I don't know. Anyway,
no.
I remember putting on Korn when I was like 15 and just losing my shit to freak on the leaves.
I can imagine that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
cool,
guys
man.
remember being like featured in a magazine on the coast? It was like the Nightlife Observer, something like Gulf Coast. You remember that? Eric?
Yeah, it seemed like
Scott and Nick Matina put us in there or something. They had something to do with it. But we were like, or I was like, wow, we finally got a break here.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
we got-
awesome. I remember.
And then we got a homegrown show with Scott, or was it Scott doing the homegrown show, or was it someone else?
Special
Yeah.
K, yeah. Asmar's
It
buddy.
was on CPR though, down on the coast. That was fun.
But yeah, it seemed like we kind of got following on the coast before Laurel. It was weird.
Well, that's what we were
Exactly.
playing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily weird, but it seems like we kind of before we got kind of a good following in Laurel, we were down on the coast like every weekend. It seemed like.
Well, really, Laurel only had a couple of places to play. They had like Signatures Coffee House, I think, which is now Knight's Butcher, and
Mhm.
where else did they have to play in Laurel? LaurelPalooza.
LaurelPalooza.
Yeah.
That's it.
So,
That was
Hattiesburg, they-
I played. I think me and Eric Johnson. I mean, you played in that band Punch, and we played at the Legion for like a high school party or
Yeah.
like Kappa or something. Or
yeah.
yeah.
We played at Ramada Inn too for like a Phi Kappa
When you
party.
played in Split, we played a show or two together at Signatures, didn't we?
That's the only. All right, so that's the only way I knew you guys, because whenever it was like a weird breakup, like when Chad and I stopped playing together, I didn't know what to do with myself or my time. And I think, Eric, I called you or something because I had your number from then. From us playing together.
Because at the time we were looking for a lead singer, and in the band Punch, and it was like me, Asmar. I think Josh had started coming with Steven Jones, and then we got this guy Dane who was friends with, I guess, Fagan Henderson, and well, he ended up moving to Florida, and we were without a singer. He was kind of like Incubus style, like he was like and he was like, he was a cool guy, but I mean,
He was really good. He was good. Yeah.
he was a great musician. But then he moved to Florida, and I think at that time, Steven, you were calling. You might have called and come out and played with us out on top of the garage out there at my parents'.
Great place. That was a great place too. On top of the garage. We used to go snack for we'd take a break and just go snack, just like raid the kitchen.
Yeah, there's that like balcony that goes up to the stairs that leads up to the garage apartment. That's like, we spent so much time out there. Just,
dude,
I don't know.
There like every day, it seemed like. Writing that first album.
We'd play hacky sack. We did this hacky sack thing. Y'all remember that? We'd go down and play. What do you call it? Hacky sack, yeah.
Hacky
Go
sack,
ride your
yeah.
boiler or something.
That for me, I think at the time y'all had to be like, what, 17 or 18? Because I was like 19.
Yeah, Stephen, you were old. You were old as dirt, man. I remember Stephen was talking about one time being able to get us, when he turned 21, we would have more opportunities with like Budweiser advertising or something. Do you remember talking about that? And we were all like,
"That's true music."
That's loud, Josh.
What?
Your drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it loud? I'll try to drink more quieter. I'm out anyway.
So,
Josh looks intense.
What is it?
You look intense.
Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, that's good.
You look like you could kick all of our asses.
Josh,
Yeah,
you look or you just broke out of prison, dude.
Yeah.
You look good, that ass.
Did you take that Slurpee?
For the Italian national soccer team.
He took that Slurpee from a kid on the way home. He was just like, give me that fucking Slurpee.
Yeah, I devoted some kid's Slurpee. No, I'm nice, man. Y'all know I'm nice. For the most part. I wouldn't harm a fly. Yeah.
Bobby, is that a UFO shirt?
Yeah, it's you ever watch X-Files? That's the poster he has in his room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Tom DeLonge on Joe Rogan talking about all the shit?
Yeah. But
you guys see that?
He can't tell.
Foundation or something where he goes looking for that, right?
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah. That's what he does now.
Yes.
They
Speaking of Joe Rogan,
does he talk on Coast to Coast?
No, I don't know.
That's
no.
From the Kingdom of Nye with Art Bell. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I heard that one night when I was driving really late at night, and I tuned in, and they were talking about UFOs and aliens living amongst us, and that we wouldn't know, and it was just kind of crazy. But that's what made me think about old Tommy DeLonge.
Coast to Coast is
it's
great.
True.
Well, Tom DeLonge on that show was talking about some kind of government documents or something, and Joe kept saying, well, where'd you get this information or something? He's like, I can't tell you that, and everybody was talking shit about it.
I can't tell you, yeah.
But then here recently, all that stuff he was talking about, the government released and said, yeah, we do have evidence of stuff
He's
that's
been
not
right
from
about
our world.
everything.
So I don't know, man.
It's wild.
He's on to something.
He's been right about every single thing that he said so far.
That's wild.
Blink 182, you know, dick
Who would have
jokes
thought?
to alien disclosure.
Investigators.
Yeah.
Alien discoverers. No, but you need a young Jamie, dude. Who are you gonna get? Young Corey?
Young Corey. Well,
Corey?
I do need one of those guys. I have a spot right outside my house. I'm going to build a building and set up an actual studio so I don't have to keep dealing with all this all the time. And then maybe I'll find someone to produce it or, you know, push all the buttons.
Looking good, Asmar.
There we go.
I finally got my hands free.
Yeah, you look.
You must work out, Asmar. Showing off those
I'm
muscles.
just, man.
Just got my hands free.
Yeah. Man, we've been
Yeah, the bathroom.
we've been having a blast every weekend. Seriously.
Yeah, really, it's been a lot of fun playing again, man. You know, like I hadn't played in forever until this came around. I didn't have a kit, and I sold my last kit like a year and a half, whatever. So when Steven asked me to play, well, hell yeah, I'm living back in Laurel. I ain't got nothing to do, you know. So I mean, it's actually just gives me something to do, and hopefully after that's my intention after we get done with this to continue playing and try to, you know, nothing serious. We were joking around about a wedding band, and hey, why not? You know, try to make some money, do something fun with it.
Let me tell you about a wedding band. I played in a cover band for like 2 years, and I played a wedding, and well, I never actually got any money in waiting for Brantley, but I made more money at one
I
show.
think nobody did.
One show at a wedding. I made more money than I'd made at an Itty original band combined in one show. Plus, they were like, "Hey, we have all this beer we bought. Y'all need to take it, or we're gonna throw it out." And I was like, "Oh, there's some like bottles of beer back there." It was a freezer full of cases of beers. So I had 2 dollies, right, stacked with cases of Yingling and all kinds of beers, filled up the back of my SUV, and then they were like, "Hey, we got all this pizza. We're gonna throw it out." So I left with like 4 large pizzas, and
That's amazing.
a ton of money for playing Pour Some Sugar on Me. You know? Stupid shit. It was like, it was good. But it's not as fulfilling as playing your own music. But
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't feel the same.
you feel kind of like you're cheating the system.
Yeah,
But
it's not right. It doesn't feel right.
it's fun. It's
I love
fun.
playing covers, man. It's a good time. That's how me and Asmar started out, playing covers, man. Just I think we were in Mike's basement over by Jones Junior High.
Mike.
I think I was like in eighth or ninth grade, and I was taking my little Squier Stratocaster and little, I guess it was a Fender amp, I don't know. But we'd take that over there, crank it up, play some Creed, play a little
Green Day.
Green Day, yeah.
Creed.
Yeah, but I really miss these guys. Steve said he missed us earlier. I miss you guys too, man. It's been great playing with y'all these past few weeks, man. Every weekend we've been getting together. The only thing now is just hard to get. It's hard with all our schedules to like kind of line up when we can play and work on everything, man. But it's been
The only
so
day
much
we
fun.
found so far is Sunday. So.
Yeah, Sunday at 2.
Sunday
Yeah,
midday is like the least rock star day to practice. Sunday at like
I know.
yeah, so I've been playing with another band that was back in the day that is restarting. So I've been playing with them a little bit, and I'm realizing how hard it is to get 5 guys all available at the same time on the same day, and it is ridiculous. because they're like,
yeah, we've been dealing with that all week so far.
yeah, it's like, oh well, my
Past
kid's
few
got
weeks.
this today, and then you're like, okay, well, we'll do it this day, and then everybody's like, all right, and then the one guy's like, oh man, my wife's having something this day, and you're like, well, shit,
Yeah.
you know, we'll practice next
The good
week.
thing about this though is we kind of have these songs recorded already. So if one of us can't make it to the practice, we still kind of already know because we've played these songs probably 1,000,000 times in the past. You know, that's one good thing about it. Even though we can't get together every week, we could still, you know, work on them at home or whatever. We have they're all on YouTube. You can look them up or whatever if you need to practice. I feel like you need to practice.
I
I kind
have,
of want to cover a Hybrid Number 5 song.
Yeah, I do too, man.
Yeah?
To tell you the truth.
I mean, I don't-
yeah. I
Maybe
feel
it-
like there should be. I feel like there should be some sort of nod to Brad and all this because I mean, like, what's
Bobby's about to play it. Play it, Bobby.
actually? I think that's the one that we wanted to play, right?
I don't know, man.
Those are really good songs. Man.
I learned that in high school.
Great song.
Do you want to start a band, Bobby?
Hybrid number 5 cover
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
We'll play the same 5 songs over and over.
Just keep them going.
And wasn't that like that whole time? These 4 people, and you know, well, it was Hybrid Number 5, and then Burning November. Like, to me, those were the times where everything was just fun and for
Yeah.
the love of just playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I remember when we got our first gig down on the coast. It was like the greatest thing, even though there was hardly anybody there at the show. It was just,
Yeah.
and then stuff slowly started rolling after that. Then they told us they wanted to manage us. We were like, what the hell?
Yeah.
We
We were like,
trashed. They put us up in a hotel room the first weekend. We
Trashed.
absolutely trashed it. They wouldn't. They never booked us.
I
in
remember
another
Nick
hotel room
Matina.
again.
He was like, "You guys trash this hotel room. We're never getting you a hotel room again. Who do you think you are?" Like, but,
That's
Yeah.
That was
you,
a character.
you got to do that. You have
it was
to.
around the time that I guess Hybrid Number 5 and they were guys like us. They were still in high school, and it kind of ups the game a little bit. I felt like
Yeah.
with all the local bands because they come out with this
Yeah,
polished that it's like, oh my god, they sound amazing.
yeah.
And they did a click track, man. They Mark Black got him a click track.
Yeah.
That's key, dude.
I remember we were like, man, we gotta be, we used to go out to Eric's and practice like every day. We didn't want to play our first show and then suck, so we played for hours, it seemed, every day of the week. And we were like, man, we just gotta at least be, because that was not the competition, but that was, the standard was those guys
Yeah.
pretty much,
Yeah.
Yeah, our performance was never perfect, but it was loud. So,
Oh, yeah.
it's all good.
I vaguely remember seeing y'all in downtown play because you had a green drum set. I think it had it was like multiple colors. I think like pieced together maybe.
I had a Yamaha stage custom kit, and I might have added an extra floor tom to it.
Yeah,
off
and
of
then
something else.
and Eric had a Dot or an Epiphone ES type guitar. I remember
it was
that.
red.
Very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gibbs.
Bobby, I remember seeing you at our show, front row, when we did the CD release party at the Arabian Theater, at the Laurel Little Theater.
I was there, and
Yeah, I know you were there. You were there front row, playing right along with me. That's awesome.
dude, the thing about that show, I would pay money to see the opening of that show, where you did
The Alanis
Uninvited.
Morissette.
Yeah, Uninvited.
Yeah.
And Brad was like hitting the high notes with it on that old piano and stuff. and then like the curtains
That was
opened.
beautiful.
That was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, I did some kind of stupid salute at the beginning though.
I think that was your idea. That was an awesome
I
idea,
did some
man.
kind of salute.
Was that recorded?
I
I
did some
thought-
kind of salute. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it
Did
was,
Norm
Tyler
record
McCraney
that?
had it. Tyler McCraney had a copy of it.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I wonder if he's still
Out
got
of
but
it.
it was
all-
just,
Of all my memories, that's probably the one that is the most, like, that's the best it could have gotten to me. Like, just playing in that theater, and I don't know, there was something about it. It was awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was good. It was
I mean, yeah.
wasn't a bar. Like it wasn't just like some bar set up on the floor. It was a legit waiting for Brantley's show, and people were there to watch you play, not to like just party and drink. They were there to watch your guys' music. It was good. Probably the best show in Laurel. That I mean, I can't think of anything. KFP killed it one year. I don't remember.
oh yeah, LaurelPalooza. That was great.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
We actually played a show with them in Biloxi at Studio 90 one time, I think.
Somewhere like that.
Who is it?
KFP.
KPF. It was that punk band, that three-piece punk band with
And
Shane.
Shane played drum swirl.
Yeah, I like them. They were good.
What else can we talk about? Let's see. My favorite show probably from back then was the LaurelPalooza in the park. When we first got Brad, I mean,
Oh yeah.
up to then it had all been mainly on the coast. Like we had been doing all our shows mainly on the coast. It was one of our first shows, if not our first show with Brad. I can't remember. But
I think
we
it was the
just it was I mean, you know, I would have loved it to have been Eric, but it was just
Actually, I think that's when we were the tightest. You know, it was when we had Eric, us four, and we were like taking off. And to me, that's when our band had maybe
Mojo.
it was
yeah. I mean, they got really good after we were all gone. Like really tight. They didn't have me fucking everything up every time every time I moved.
Dude, look.
See, the difference was though. The difference
nobody had to get
was
worried about getting knocked in the ear in Josh's face.
What was the difference,
difference-
Steven?
the difference was though is that it was completely different. It kind of took more of a business turn in a way. Like when, not saying that was bad, but like when the original members were gone, it slowly started taking this business turn where it was like, okay, it's not. I'm not going to say it wasn't
fun and
anymore,
games.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't like we weren't kids anymore, like just having a good time and all this. Like it started to get after a while to where it was like
Is it gonna? Yeah. Yeah. I feel you.
I don't know if it was like everybody getting older or, you just, there's something about being young and not really caring about anything other than playing your instrument and seeing your friends. And I don't know. Like, that's just different.
Yeah, it's like you have a dream that you wanna hit it big, but I mean, I had severe FOMO when I left. Like you guys were, you sounded really good, and when I left, I would always get online, like look and see what Waiting for Brantley was doing, and like shoot, man, kind of kicking myself, but no, bad FOMO.
Yeah.
I will also say that Eric, your departure was probably, like in every show there's a moral compass,
Yeah.
and then like once the moral compass is gone, it's like The Walking Dead.
hard.
There's always like there's the person that's like steering the ship in the right direction, like everything's dandy, and then once that person's gone, shit hits the fan. And that's basically
That's basically what happened.
yeah, I mean that was the beginning of like just trashing hotel rooms type stuff.
Look, the talking about Gavin, and I think we talked about this last time. The first show I played at Magic Moments was we played it. It was Magic. That's the worst name.
I don't even remember this or know where it's at.
Well, it's on the coast, and it was the first show I played in. I show up, and I'd only played in like Christian rock bands where you go play at a church, you know. So we show up, and I don't really know what to expect. And then, well, I'd played in other bands, but I show up at the bar, and they're like, "Put your stuff down right there. There's a cooler right there full of beer and whatever." And I was like, "Did they just say, like, we get all the beer we want?" And Gavin was like, "Yeah." And Steven was like, "You want a shot of Jaeger?" And I was like, I'm 19. Yeah, sure. I'll have some. Anyways, so I remember we're sitting at a round table, and before we started playing that round table, you couldn't put another beer bottle down because it was full of beer bottles.
Wow.
And we played that show, and I remember Gavin's amp was like buzzing, and he ripped the amp off off his little stand.
Jesus.
Cody, I think Cody just set his guitar down. I'm just in the back, jamming out, talking in the mic, and then they wrote an article about us in some sort of weekly magazine, and it was like, the Brantley boys can't hold their liquor or something. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was a great,
I got kind of out of hand there towards the end.
It was a great way to start.
Because I think right after you left was when I left, and I was getting way out of hand. Looking back on it now, I know that, but like I was starting to drink and party way too much prior to the show. If I would have waited till after the show, it'd have been all right. But I started getting started partying too much previous to the show kicking off, and it doesn't work that way. It's hard to make shit work right.
Unless you're Motley Crue.
It didn't.
What was that, Steve?
It didn't get any better after that. It was only a continual downhill hike there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, the moral compass was gone, dude. We didn't have Eric, the sober one.
I remember being a stick in the mud a few times. I think we went to like this big crawfish boil one time.
Oh yeah, with Small Room 9. I remember that.
It was like out in Wiggins. Was it in Wiggins? Somewhere out there.
Somewhere like that.
It ended up getting rained out or something. Is that what happened? Did it get rained out?
I don't know. I remember the crawfish boil was Small Room 9. Budweiser was there.
Yeah,
I remember that. I don't know if these guys remember it, but
I remember like they were giving cases of beer away, and when everybody was leaving, and like you guys got a case, and we were in my Bronco too. It was like the old 1990.
Oh yeah, that thing was awesome.
That thing was awesome. But like I was like, no, you can't drink in the Bronco, and like I don't know. I just remember being a party pooper. And but yeah, that's whatever.
It was good though. I mean, we needed it.
Yeah, you're right. So, what about Sam? Is Sam gonna make it, Steven? I know you had talked about him joining us for this show. What's the deal with that?
I really don't. I don't know. The last time I talked to Sam, his concern was like, okay, if if y'all are really gonna do the original 4, maybe I'll sit this one out. Which, I mean, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
And to a degree, I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
thought about
It
that
doesn't-
too, but I understand because human was it, and we played it just Ben.
is that a robot?
Eric, your
That's my-
service sucks, bro.
Are you from the future?
We couldn't understand you, bud. Now you're frozen. Now you're frozen like this. Is his hand frozen like that for you guys?
Yeah.
His screen is blank on mine.
His hand's like this on
Hey,
mine.
can you hear me though? Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
I can hear
Yeah,
you
we
now.
can hear you now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what I was saying was I didn't mind Sam coming in because we fucking showed him, and when he was like,
Forget this guy. What's this guy doing?
Literally looks like.
I'm sorry, bro. We caught the first half of it.
Say it
Yeah.
really quickly. Just be like, the reason.
oh, see, I didn't mind playing with Sam because he played with Simply Human, and we played a couple shows with them very beginning.
Yeah.
So it's close.
He came in like right after you left, Asmar. Like right after you left, seemed like Sam joined up with us.
Sam joined after Harvey while I was playing with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Timelines.
I think one of the only times I met Sam, so I came back from out of the country and I got a job right off the bat. And actually, you, Steven, you were working at Ryan's. Was Sam working there too at the
Yeah.
time? So I started working with you guys a little bit, and then I think
might have worked.
Asmar, you worked there too. But I think that's the only time I've met Sam in person. I'd like to go see him play. I think he plays pretty regularly, huh?
I
yeah,
saw
it seems that
Sam
way.
the other day. I went out to eat for my birthday. My wife scheduled like a surprise party thing, and Sam was playing the music that night.
What was that? In Hattiesburg?
Yeah, it was at
Okay.
Patio 44 in Hattiesburg. He was just playing acoustic.
Okay.
I heard that
Cool.
place is pretty cool. Patio 44.
Yeah, it's good. You
That's
sit
right.
you sit outside the whole time. It's like a outdoor place.
Damn, my car sucks. All right. I'll walk to work. I live like when the show, man, you guys are welcome to come and have a little after party at my house. If y'all are a little, get together. I live like walking distance to downtown. So, I know the show's during the day, but if you guys, all want to hang out for a little while afterwards or whatever, y'all are welcome to stop by.
We're having a full party. Everybody, 200 people in that
Can we
house.
No, what's going to be cool is all of our kids will probably be there.
Yeah, we all got kids now. That's cool.
All got kids, so all of our kids will be there. My kids have never seen me play.
Yeah, mine haven't seen me play. Not in a group.
Eric's kid, Eric Johnson's kids, when we showed up the first weekend of practice, was like, "You play in a band or something?" They're like, they didn't even know he played in a band. Or it seemed like. Is that true?
No, they knew I played in a band, but they were like, "You're playing again?" I think they kind of think it's cool, but they're kind of like, "Oh, Dad's being weird. He's in a band now." Like they're being kids. They won't say it was really cool, but
Mine have seen me a lot, but like here lately, listening back on the first album, they get really weirded out because I definitely sound a lot different, and they're just like, "Who is that guy singing?" I'm just like, "No, that's me. That was that's the band.
Like
that's just
19.
Yeah, we were really young. It's just like, that's not good.
Yeah, even I listened back to that. My daughter said the same thing. She was like, "No, this isn't good. Put on something else." She was like,
She didn't want to hear it.
I was like,
Actually,
what?
I played Angel So Evil for my favorite song.
Yeah, I love Angel So Evil. That's a beautiful song. It's so gritty at the first of it, but it's got such a punch. That was a good recording.
Yeah, that was one that Mark did. That's what I was trying to say earlier. No offense to Glenn, but Mark, the ones we did with Mark just turned out so much better.
Glenn,
Like, there's like only.
I remember Glenn took our demo, the very first one, and he remixed lately Steven's favorite song.
Yeah, Stephen rather die than play lately.
He remixed it up in, I think it was at Delta State. They had like the recording program up there, and he had a buddy that had access to the studio. So he took our tracks up there and did some mixing on their big, I guess the big mixer up there, and they ended up sounding pretty good. I liked that original demo version of Lately. That was good.
Lately has got to be one of the worst songs ever written.
Dude, we played it the other night. Nailed it first time, dude. It was the.
It's catchy, Steven. Like,
It's catchy. Actually, Glenn had a hard on for that song.
He did.
Dude. That was the hit, remember?
I was about to say, I feel like that's the original.
Wrote some stuff.
the thing that I think set Mark's recording, though, I think to set it apart from Glenn's was and he may have started doing this later, but Mark was religious about a click track. I remember seeing Mark Black. He was doing sound for Small Room 9 at a show at Mugshots. And I was talking to him about recording. He was like, yeah, dude, you got to get a click track. That's the basis of every album. Like, and I don't know. I think he's got something there. Because we didn't do clicks with Glenn, basically. And, but yeah.
Mark cuts. He used to. Now you can use other things, but cuts the drums up so he can align them to a grid, which is what I do that too.
Okay.
So if you're not on a click and you get just a little bit out of tempo, everything's off. So yeah, you got to have a click when you record.
Asmar, we were talking about before you got on the call. One of my favorite recordings off of that album is Painting Priscilla, and I don't know if we used the click there or what it was, but there's something about, like, we've tried to do that song before. We tried to do that song after, like, in different variations, like, hey, this is a really cool song, we should try to play it again. Never got it right ever again. Like, something you were doing with that song, it's just I don't know what drummer talk is, like, in the pocket.
In the pocket. That's what I was saying. Asmar was a killer in the pocket drummer.
Yeah. Hey Josh, wherever you're at right now has the dirtiest ceiling.
Looks like a.
It looks like what?
It looks like.
I'm sorry.
Josh, are you the dirt? Where are you?
They need to clean.
I had to
their
get some water.
ceiling.
Oh, Walgreens.
I thought you said dirt cheap. I was
Yeah,
like,
they
that
do,
makes
man.
sense.
You know everything's nasty in Laurel, dude.
Except for downtown.
This place
Asmar,
gets
what-
nasty.
Asmar, what were you saying? You cut
I
out.
was saying that Painting Priscilla is, like, I've gone back and listened to that album a lot, and Painting Priscilla is one of my favorite tracks on that album. The funny thing, you guys were talking about click tracks. it's kind of ironic that you talk about that song and being in the pocket, because whenever we recorded that, we had to cut the end of that short and fill it in with some keyboards because I got off tempo, and Mark had to fade my drums out and fill it in with keyboards.
Like keyboard
That's
drums?
one of my favorite endings to any of the songs.
I don't remember how that.
I love how that song ends.
Yeah, it just fades out in the end.
But yeah, the drums kind of fade out, and it fades out into keys.
I'll have to go back.
So not like,
But
not
yeah,
like drums on a keyboard, but like keys.
yeah, no, it's keys, and if you listen to it, the drums just kind of fade out.
Oh, look, I remember I was going to say something earlier, twice, and I kept forgetting it. So, during the show, I have 2 suggestions that I'm just going to put out there. So,
We're all there.
on Hangnail's Sympathy, the original song doesn't do this, but when you did it live, you used to go back at the end and kind of do a build-up and just do the silent... I guess you're saying silence. I've never really thought about the actual word what you're saying. What are you saying? Through silence? Strange I'm not around. What are you saying?
So silent.
So silent. Okay. You would slow it down and do like a halftime version of it at the end.
Yeah, that's what we're.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're.
Okay.
We've been practicing.
Spoiler alert. That's in the work.
Okay. Because that was that part. That part was killer.
We've been doing it that way.
And you always said another thing. This is maybe you only did it once or twice, but I noticed it. You would say, "So Hangnail Sympathy," and you would say, "Fuck whatever that means."
Yeah, we never used to want to do it back in the day because Eric Johnson didn't want us to.
Our kids are going to be there.
Not even like cursing, dude.
Yeah. For this activity, we'll probably keep it pretty clean.
Yeah. I remember Steven said it in one of the shows, and it pissed me off so bad. And I was like,
Okay, all right. Since I have you guys all here,
I've gotten better, Eric, at my language.
it's okay, Steven.
how do y'all feel?
I've gotten worse.
How do y'all feel about actually having Brantley on stage, just there while we're playing? I mean, he's here. I can arrange this to happen. You know.
He just stands
No,
there.
you pitched this idea to me, Eric. You
Well,
said have a
I
throne.
was thinking maybe have Brantley sitting in a throne. You know, kind of like Chad Knight looked in that video with the little red and a crown. Maybe, you know.
Oh God,
Dude, get a shirt that just says "I am Brantley."
I am Brantley. This would be perfect, right? Totally arrange that. We can make that happen.
That's sounds good
Good
to
idea.
me, but that's not my call. That'd be sick.
I think it'd be great.
You could just have him walking around, wandering around the show.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Brantley has I think Brantley has plans to sell T-shirts at that show.
Could we give him like an instrument to play, like I don't know, some type of percussion, or I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll get him the zoo.
Tambourine.
To,
Always.
Get a keyboard and just tell him to play some chords, you know.
I've never seen the guy. I don't even know what he looks like.
Legendary.
he's a ginger.
Ginger. Can we say that? Can you say that? Are they going to pull my show for saying the G word? Can we say that now?
dude, it's 2020, bro.
Yeah.
You get canceled for anything in 2020.
Dude, I've had some of my shows demonetized. But like I don't know, yeah, like one of them it was just I had on Forrest Proctor, and the only thing I can think of is he's more of a conservative type guy. I don't know, but I got him on his video on my YouTube. It says this contains inappropriate content that would not be suitable for ad companies.
Holy cow.
And I was like, we didn't say anything on there. Like, I mean, I've said worse. I've done worse in my videos. So I don't know.
That's crazy, bro.
It's the fucking future.
So, it's the future, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are y'all looking forward to the most about this show, guys? I mean, for me, I think it's just, it's going to be like a blast from the past to me, getting to be back up there with all you guys. It's going to feel so weird. It's already felt weird. Like, I remember the first time we got together to practice, it was super strange, man, but it was fun. It reminded me, immediately had like a flashback to when I was like 17 and just having a blast. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot, man. What you guys looking forward to the most?
I think that's the same thing for me too. Is just kind of seeing you guys again, Eric Johnson or Steven or Johnson. Thought I'd be playing on stage with you guys again. So that's really cool.
Yeah, we sound pretty good as a trio, but we need Steven to seal the deal, man. I think it's gonna sound really good once Steven gets in there. Get some vocals, man. Get a second guitar in there. It's just gonna sound.
I think. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to just seeing you guys again. Like, I mean, yeah, I want to play, and I'm excited about doing these songs again and whatever. But I think just the idea of us four being able to do it together, it's going to be pretty special, because I feel like in a weird way, I feel like there was unfinished business.
Yeah, me too.
Eric Johnson left, and it was like
we had put so much time and effort.
When that happened, yeah, the past kind of changed, and it was like we never got to finish, I think, what we started. That's all.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Or am I?
Oh yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I'm about to have to. I'm about to have to mute myself because I'm doing something. But y'all need me, just say Josh, and I'll hop back in.
All right.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome. So when was the last time you guys have seen each other? Like, I know for me, I hadn't seen Eric Johnson the longest. I saw him. It was like the coolest thing. I'd seen Eric and I'd seen Steven a few times, but it had been like since basically he left the band. It was the first time I had seen him.
Steven, I hadn't seen you. I departed Eric Johnson. I haven't seen you since you left. It was 16 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, no. Eric, we did see each other.
Where?
At the Alamo. I think.
Honestly can't remember, because that's not surprising. But I honestly don't remember because I just don't recall. Now I've seen Juice, on and off over the years, but gosh.
Yeah, I think we can all safely say that seeing Eric Johnson in person, in the flesh, with a guitar strapped to his bod, is probably going to be the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, it was for me, actually, Eric, whenever we came to your house that day. It is such a contrast from where you left. You know, I mean, you left. You were this kid. You left. You were this kid going on a mission trip. Now you've got a family, a house, a mortgage, and all that goes along with it. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like it was really wild.
Yeah, musically though, I'm about the same as when I left. I haven't really progressed. I guess I did a little bit because when I got home from Ecuador, I did music ed at JCJC for 2 years. So I did learn how to read music on the classical guitar, but you know, rock music wise and like writing stuff, I never really continued with that because I was like in the zone with classical music, and I don't know, it was weird. But I love jamming some rock and roll, man, with you guys.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the best
excited
kind.
about that.
That's the best kind of music. Or
Classical?
classical. Classical polka is the
Classical
best.
rock and roll.
Or metal. That's what I like. Heavy. The heavier, the better.
That's what she said.
Boom. Shh. Hang on. I have a keyboard with a drum set that I just did a rim shot for that. You'll see. You'll see. You can't hear it, but everyone else can.
Rim shot, huh?
Rim shot.
Oh my gosh, man.
So, yeah, guys, I'm excited about the
I've
show.
never grown up.
I'm going to be there with a table set up with all my stuff, live streaming it so everybody can watch the show that can't make it out. And I'll be talking with the bands on and off, stuff like that. So it's going to be a good time. Everybody's excited that I've talked to. They're all like, the original Brantley, freaking out. There's like, you know, remember the Beatles when the girls were just like screaming? That's all I see all day. Girls screaming
Nice.
for the OG Waiting for Brantley.
That's what we want to hear.
Yes. So my favorite song, I don't know if y'all are going to play this, but my favorite one is Try
This
Die
side,
Trying. So
That's a good one.
I hope y'all play that
Oh
one.
yeah, that one's
Yeah.
on the set list. The set list we played this week, that one was on there.
I think we may have opened.
What song is it?
Try that.
Try Die Trying.
Yeah.
I mean, the set's still up in the air though, you know. So, I mean, I know we're 2 weeks out. You know, we really need to get it figured out, but
I think y'all will.
Yeah.
I think you'll get it.
I think my favorite song on that album is Radio Song. That's just beautiful. Like the way it goes into the chorus, it gives me
it's
chills.
got, it's got Lee's wife singing in it. Yeah, that was great.
Susan in there. And,
I liked
Angel So
I liked-
Evil.
I
Another
liked-
one of the
I
favorites.
liked Brad's. What something really sticks out to me on that album is the solo of Brad on Just Drive. I don't know if you guys have heard that recently, but that's a really good.
There's a good
really
solo.
recording.
Yeah, it's really good and clean. And it's on acoustic, which is hard to do a solo on acoustic.
Yeah, no, he nailed it, dude. Brad was awesome. And Angel So Evil were my favorite tracks.
They're all good. They're all good. I'm sitting here thinking, like, well, is that one of my favorites? But and I'm like, Angel is good, and Hangnail's good, and Blending Better is good. Oh, and I forgot
The
about.
one I really liked the most
last birthday,
was
it's
Until the Tide.
And then you got Until
was
the
my
Tide.
favorite one.
So
I remember it had that down, 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 down.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was tight. I like to play that one live. It seemed like, but man, it's so interesting going back and replaying all these songs and relearn them. like just Sunday, just this past Sunday, I was like, couldn't figure out radio song, and Eric was like, dude, you're not. We went back and then I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh, that I was playing something completely different than what I played on the album.
The bass on that song.
I was butchering it, and then we went back and listened to it, and I figured it out now. So just like comes back to you out of nowhere, kind of.
Well, to me, it was almost like hearing those songs for not the first time, but having not played them 15 years, like literally play them, it's almost like you can find a different beat pattern or a little feel to do in there. It's like you're hearing it again and coming up with it again for the first time. That's how I've heard it.
Yeah, I've listened to it a lot lately, and there's like, I will run across certain lyrics now that I'm just like, I want to change it right now for this show because I hate that.
Yeah.
Which
and
one?
I don't know why. I don't know why that was ever recorded. Does not make sense.
Which one? Let's hear it. Which one?
Yeah, Steven.
No, there's several of them. Like, you name a song and I'll tell you. You name a song and I'll tell you what I hate about it lyrically.
Lately.
All of it.
All of it. Steven, not everybody thinks about the lyrics like you do as the person who wrote them. Like, it's like going back and reading a journal again. You hate it. It's like, oh, I sound like a doofus when I read this. Like, nobody else thinks about it like the way you are because it's cool.
But I will say, if I remember, lately kind of was like one of the first ones out of the batch. Yeah. And it was almost like that was the starting point in a way.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, we finished this
like
song, so maybe we...
Seems like that was one of the first songs we wrote, too. It seems like back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was that, Steven?
Lately has a different vibe than the rest of the album to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels different than
That's
the
a good
rest
point.
of the album.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, if you were to tell
Which,
me
I mean,
this was a different band, I'd be like, I believe that's a different band.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
there
think
were
of some
definitely
lyrics.
different styles. There was, Just Drive was kind of a break from the harder, blending better, or the heavier, beautiful.
Right.
We had some soft breaks with
Radio song.
Radio song with
Satellite Syndrome.
Satellite. We were trying to work through Satellite on Sunday, and it was just like we went back and listened to the recording.
We had
so many ending sections where it changes up, and you're like, I can't remember the order of anything.
It was
and
like
it's
a 7-minute song.
So we wrote it all out, and we were like, all right, well, let's just get past the second verse and then just freestyle it. I don't know, because that's kind of what it sounds like on the recording to me, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it like stops and
Yeah,
you're like, that's it, and then not yet. We still got
Not
the
yet.
finale.
Stuff. Man, we used to plan all that stuff out though back in the day. We did all that on purpose. It was all like,
Well, it like stops and you just hear
like kind of planned.
you just hear Gavin going do 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 do, just barely, and you're like, oh, it's still going, man. We still got time.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we end at the same time, everybody ends together. It'll be a good. Everybody will remember that we played well.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Sorry. Thought I had this.
Yeah, everybody's going to be watching, looking for mistakes, no pressure.
Well, go. Yeah, I mean,
if you mess up, it'll
go ahead
just
and
be.
chalk me up. Go ahead and chalk me up for like 2 or 3 because
No, it'll be
it
good.
has been 15 years. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm sure it'll be like if you ever go and watch your favorite band, like even if someone does mess up, you're like, that's so badass that they messed up. You know, I remember like
I mean,
no, not
Yeah,
that y'all are gonna mess
It's
up.
always
We-
different. When you listen
act-
to them live, it's awesome. But when you go back and listen to them on your phone, when you recorded them, you're like, ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Well, my
You get the
favorite
high,
bands
like,
were I went from Blink-182 to Taking Back Sunday, and both of those
Dude,
bands
I saw
are horrible live. Well, the singers.
So that's what I was thinking of whenever.
I mean, we're not going to be horrible.
I saw Taking Back Sunday in Atlanta, and that's the one I was thinking of when I recorded it on my phone and listened to it later.
Dude, I saw them live and I was like, this is badass. So, you know,
Come on,
he didn't
Come on
sound
up.
good, but pretty
what
good.
stuff?
Yeah, good show though. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
No, but this is going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. It'll
Inside,
be,
honey.
when is that, the 7th?
It's like 2 weeks from Saturday. It's like 2 weeks from this weekend.
Yeah. You still got that Fender, Gavin?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I sold it. I want to get another Fender. I got that Warwick. Remember I showed it to you one night, I think?
Yeah.
I had joined your podcast on like a call-in show or something.
Yeah, I'm playing a new guitar. So I sold my Gibson ES335 and got a PRS Custom 24. So I like the smaller body, and it sounds really good. It's really well balanced. If it's if the strings are broken in, the tuning's pretty intonated.
Let me show you something.
Oh dang!
Here goes nothing.
This is when I got married. My Back to the Future, when he plays Johnny Be Good in Back to the Future. That's when I was like, dude, I want to play guitar when I'm older. And so I told my wife like this was my dream guitar. So she got me the. It's not the exact one, but it's the
Beautiful, bro.
The Back to the Future guitar.
That's how
saying
Eric's
the-
guitar.
Yeah.
That's how Eric's old guitar used to look.
That one's got kind of a matte finish.
Yeah, it's a Memphis custom, and it's in satin cherry.
I like it, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it'll knock your dick off.
Makes
Nice.
my dick
Hey, what
hard.
happened to your SG?
I broke it in half. No, I'm just kidding.
We still got it.
I'll have this
Those are
thing.
jawbreakers.
I'll have this thing till I die. I had to put new tuners on it, but I'll have this thing till I'm dead. It's all busted up.
Yeah. Don't
Cool
bite it.
guitar.
That's it. I turned into
Hey, Eric,
a gear nut. Like I buy all kinds of gear, like and just like have it, you know, to play, like to fuck around with.
Yeah.
I got obsessed.
Nice.
Eric, do you,
When
Yeah,
I
I
heard
wanna
about
check out
your
your studio sometime.
bought me a new amp, Eddie Van Halen 5150, and
Those are
got it a
badass.
month before. Dude, it's insane.
The white one.
Yeah, I got to tap into the settings a little more, but I mean it's just so gainy, like it's unreal, the amp distortion.
Well,
So it's
the-
nice to play with.
all you do is
Sounds nice.
you take the volume and you turn it all the way up, and the gain, and you turn it all the way up, and then the little EQs, you just turn them all the way up.
Hey,
That's how-
Eric,
that's how you
speaking
do it.
of, do you have another guitar?
No, I've got an acoustic electric, but just one.
I've got this little shitty guitar right here. It's a Squire.
I know somebody who's got a Gibson ES335 Cherry Nashville Red.
Dude,
Or an SG.
I mean, I wasn't playing like with a band, so I sold my guitar and got a J45 custom.
Like a G5.
What?
Oh, never mind.
You're talking about a
Don't
Gibson
mind.
acoustic?
Yeah,
I
a Gibson.
People say Taylor make the best acoustics or Martin.
Dude, no.
Gibson makes the best acoustic.
If you ever play, have you guys ever played a Hummingbird? Gibson Hummingbird?
Yeah. Gibson
Hummingbirds?
I sat down and played one at a
Gibson
music store,
Hummingbird.
and I was like, "What?
Unreal.
Like this doesn't even sound like a guitar anymore. It's next level." And Taylor's to me they sound like acoustic guitars. They sound good.
Yeah, they sound like generic.
I
man.
like
don't know.
the playability of a Taylor, like the baby Taylor, specifically. It's such a portable. The strings they're low action. It's very balanced. You know, when you go high on the fretboard, you don't get out of tune like some acoustics. I mean, my ovation that this dude gave me actually at a Waiting for Brantley show. I played a song.
Really?
We used to cover a Dashboard Confessional song, didn't we, Steven?
I think so.
And this guy, I guess he really liked it, and we knew we were playing at the same place the following week. And he said, "Dude, y'all are gonna be here next week. I've got this guitar." He was this military guy who's been on, I guess he's in the Navy, and he said, "I bought this $800 Ovation, and it's just been sitting in my corner for the past 3 years. I want you to play that song on it, and then you can keep it." I was like, "Dude, shut up." And I somehow believed him, and like, you know, he followed through, and I kind of knew he would for some reason, because I got my little Squire Strat that I had always, that I thought that's what I learned guitar on. That had like a Metallica sticker that I made myself, the big razor blade star. I had that underneath the string. But we all signed that guitar and gave it to that guy after the show. He gave me the nice ovation. I thought it was a good trade.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Here's a Squire with our names on it. That's cool though.
Yeah.
I have an acoustic that Brad Wells gave me that he had written all over, and that's the one guitar I've had the longest besides my SG. Like that's all I had for, I don't know, 10 years. It's the only thing I played. I still have it. It's got he wrote all kinds of lyrics all over it. It's Yamaha.
That's awesome.
That was cool.
Do you have a guitar? Can we see it?
The what?
Do you have that guitar available? Can we see it?
Yeah.
The one with the lyrics written on it? I feel like I've seen that before.
I've added some myself.
Something like that.
So he wrote.
Wow.
You probably can't see it. It says like cheerleading camp. It says fret. And like I think it says like, I wish we could go back to when all we wanted was each other.
Wow.
A lot of it's worn off. And there's like a picture of some dude in the case with a mustache. I have no idea who it is. It's like a Polaroid picture. But yeah, I've had
awesome.
I've had it so long it's actually like chipping from me playing it.
That's fantastic.
I don't know if you can see
That is really cool.
it. But I've played the hell out of it for, I don't know, 10 years. It's like the only thing I would play.
Do you guys know any of the other bands playing? I knew Nothing Faded, but they dropped out. And
Well, Paul Davis, he did that song. I live in so Mississippi, ain't that cool? Something like that. Have you heard that song?
never.
I used to live in So, I can tell you.
Look him up on iTunes. Paul Davis, Mississippi Blues. It's hilarious.
I know. I don't know the guys, but Robbins and Lawless, they're playing After You. They sent in a song for one of my listen shows. They're kind of like I don't want to say it's like rock music, like I don't know how to like tough guy rock music.
So you know the order everybody's playing in already? We don't even know that.
No, I don't know the order.
Play?
Y'all are playing. The only order I know is y'all are.
What do you mean to tell me we're not the headliners, bro?
No.
What kind of shit is this?
y'all are
kidding.
playing. Robbins and Lawless is last, and y'all play before them at 5 or 4:30 or something.
The one right before the last is always the best at LaurelPalooza.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That?
Yeah.
And then
fact.
the Plamel, Saving Plamel or whatever. Jason Plamel, I know him. I don't think I've heard his band, but he sent in I have a tasty riff contest where people send in riffs, and I make a compilation and play it on the show. He sent in a bunch of riffs for that, and he's a really good guitarist. But I don't know the other band.
Yeah, I didn't know any of them. That's why I asked you guys. I mean, never heard of any of them.
Well, there's.
It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah.
And after this, I definitely want to keep playing because I got pretty stagnant with my guitar playing over the years because I was just like so busy with school and whatnot. But I really want to play with like you guys. I want to play with other musicians and just kind of get better. Because I don't know, I feel like I'm stuck in the same rut, like Blink-182, Creed. It's hard to like find time to learn the new songs.
Dance Gavin Dance is going to change your life. Go listen to Dance Gavin Dance.
They named themselves after me.
I didn't like them at first, and I hated the name because it sounds like a weird.
You picture me dancing.
That's what I pictured.
Look. If y'all, the four of you guys decide to make another Waiting for Brantley, like write another song, and I will record that song for free at my studio if y'all want to do that. So that'll give you some.
I mean, that thought crossed my mind trying to write something with Eric and Eric. Steven hadn't been able to make it up yet, but. We had kind of discussed it, but
I'll
not as Wait for Brantley or something different. But who knows,
So,
But yeah, that would be awesome.
I got it. I got all the.
I mean,
I got the facilities.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
and that would be
write a song.
Steven's call.
I've never been good at lyrics, so Steven or Josh Gavin or Eric Asmar will have to write the lyrics.
Well, I can tell you that Steven has god tier lyric writing skills. So,
Definitely.
Brothers and Cover Me. I'm sitting here listening to Brothers being like, man,
God,
this is my
head will not even fit inside this little square right there.
No, it's good. I'm sitting there listening to it, being like, man, I need a tissue because I'm about to start crying. How deep this song is. It's good. This ain't our home. It's where we sleep. Come on. Yeah.
That I don't know, but I would say going back to the lyrics that I hate. The song we mentioned this earlier. There's one song that I actually do like the lyrics. I always have liked the lyrics, and it's the only one that I'm just like, I'm pretty happy with that. And that was, I think, Until the Tide.
Which one?
I
The
like
whole
that
thing?
pretty good.
The whole song?
Yeah, the whole thing. Like I like the whole thing put together. Everything else is very like, I think we're all young. We're writing what we're hearing, what we're listening to. Not a whole lot of like real world stuff going on yet. Like the adult stuff hadn't really kicked in, and you're writing songs and writing lyrics kind of based off of what you think the world is like.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
We're so much more mature now. It's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It was back then we were just.
I noticed that.
All about.
I was gonna say I noticed that with Taking Back Sunday, like their songs used to be like, "Girl, I'd bleed for you," and "I'd love you till I die," and then like, of course you think that when you're in high school about a girl, but then now, like their new songs, there's one called "Better Homes and Gardens" about I guess him getting a divorce. And it's pretty deep. It's like, oh shit, you've been through something now, man. Instead of
yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a distinct difference between like, all right, so off of that album, I think the only song really about death, I guess, would have been more like Beautiful in Black. And of course, I'm somehow talking about some chick, right? Yeah. Because that's all I'm thinking about. And then you fast forward to something like what you're talking about, Brothers, where it's a real life thing and it's a completely different take on the whole dying type stuff. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just.
Well, I like the way you set it up. It's more of like, from what I understood, instead of you just being like, I'm sad that this happened, you're almost like dealing with it, and I'm getting kind of introspective with it. You're almost dealing with it in a way like, as in, what would it be like if he were to come back and I had a chance to talk to him again? And it would just be like a, how are you? How are your kids? The work's okay kind of thing. Which puts a new spin on it, and it's kind of like I'm dealing with this instead of just wallowing in the fact that I'm upset about it. But that's just that's how I interpreted it. Which is genius, which is good, which is why I said you got the God tier songwriting skills.
No, that's the first thing I thought about. Like, so everybody on the call, that he's talking about a song that it was like a solo type song, and it's about Hayden. I don't think any of you ever met Hayden. He was the drummer, like towards the end. And Hayden and we got really close. He was a really, really good guy, and he ended up having heart complications. And he just, one night he was playing a gig, I think for a cover band, and he just passed out and never woke up. And,
dang, man.
Yeah, and that was the first person in my life that's like, I know them right now, and they're not here anymore. And like the first thing you think to do is, okay, well, the one person that I would call whenever something like this happened is Hayden, and he's the one person I can't call. You know, and you start thinking about like Hayden that was a week after Hayden's second child was born. 1 week after he died.
Dang, man, that's sad, man.
Terrible.
Yeah, 7 days after that. And I just remember thinking, whenever I was writing that, just like, you know, I'd love to just talk to him now and just, you know, how's things going?
What's the name of the song?
It's called Brothers.
Okay, I'll go give it a listen later. So you got it on like YouTube or anything?
No, he won't release anything. He keeps it hidden from the public.
Oh, it's
Well,
just like
Steve, just share it on Facebook Messenger or something, please. I won't
Put it on iTunes.
All right. Yeah.
Or Apple Music, whatever it's called.
MySpace.
MySpace.com.
MySpace, dude. I used to
Zynga.
love MySpace, man.
Dude, MySpace is the
It
best.
sounds like an awesome song, Steven. You should let people hear it.
I hate it so much when MySpace ended.
Dude,
Like,
Bobby, didn't we talk about this when me and Sam were on the podcast?
I don't know if we talked
It-
specifically about that song, but we talked.
No. We at some point in the conversation, we started talking about how awesome MySpace was.
I don't remember the MySpace, but MySpace. I don't know.
man,
The bees knees.
I wish
back
I
then.
knew where all those MySpace people were now. Like, there used to be so many MySpace friends, and once I switched to Facebook, I like lost them all.
Well,
It was all like emo chicks and fucking.
They just vanished.
Yeah, they vanished. They weren't real.
yeah.
What
Laura.
happened to all my friends?
My top 8. What happened to my top 8?
Man, I'm gonna put this
Dude,
funny song here on my profile page so everybody knows how quirky and cool I am. It's
Yeah.
it's the theme song for Scrubs.
I'm gonna put this "Waiting for Brantley" song on my page. Make
And
sure
your top
everybody
eight.
knows that. Yeah.
Dude, your top 8 was that was important. Like,
Mhm.
if you're on somebody's top 8, that
Dude, I
means
used to
something.
try to put the hot girls in my top 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never knew any. Just,
I mean, I don't think there'll ever be. Well, I say that. I mean, I'm aging myself, but I'm just saying, I haven't seen anything close to how awesome MySpace was for bands.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because you could put you could make your own page and then like put the tracks up, and people could then like go and put the tracks on their page. And for meeting people, it was cool too, like connections and stuff. Seemed like, is that what you're talking about? Like in those kind of ways?
I think
Yeah, but I mean, you could like meet up with other bands in other towns and get shows, like all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not like that on anything else now. I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't been on.
Well, I think it's
in a
just
band in a while.
shifted. Because with
To
me,
Facebook.
yeah, it was. Everything is on Facebook. Like for this show that I'm doing, my podcast. There's YouTube now to host the video. There's Instagram where you post your pictures. There's Facebook where like you do like kind of the home base of operations. Like I book guests through Facebook and stuff. Back in the day, all there was MySpace. There wasn't anything else. So you were either emailing or instant messenger or on MySpace. Nowadays, it's like you got TikTok, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, you got every all kinds of stuff, and you got to be up to date. Twitter, and there's just like there's so much shit on the internet.
It's changed.
Yeah.
And it's all boring.
And they're
all
all-
of it's boring.
And they're all so good at it. The young kids are just like, I just posted a picture and it goes to 17 different things. I don't know. It's like a skill nowadays.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares about your picture on Instagram. You know?
Yeah, because there's 1,000. I mean, there's 1,000 bands every day posting 1,000 badass songs every day, and you just scroll past them. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you guys this: what do y'all feel about the state of rock and roll these days?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of stuck in the past with Rock 104 and 103.7. I don't really listen to new stuff.
Yeah, I don't listen to many new bands. Is there good new bands? Are there good new bands? Do you guys know that?
I'm telling you, Dance Gavin Dance is the best
Stop telling him
band.
to dance!
The best band. And when I say I'm talking about the best vocals, bass guitar, drums, guitar, everything. That and Day Seekers are really good. I think rock is really good nowadays. The thing is there's not popular rock anymore. There's not like big bands. Like back in the day, there was Creed, and I mean, there were big rock bands back then. But there's not that nowadays. It's like rock. It's like electronic music posing as rock, like Imagine Dragons.
There's no more rock stars.
Yeah.
It's
there's
like
no more rock stars.
Exactly. There's no
the
rock
Chainsmokers.
stars. Chainsmokers. Like that's not rock music. That's like I don't know what you call
That's what I'm
it.
talking about.
Yeah. But if you get off of like the radio and like mainstream, like even like underground stuff now is popular on the internet. But there's a lot of good music out there. You just got to kind of find it.
You kind of got to dig
You
for
gotta
it.
go,
Yeah.
You got to dig for it.
Go down a YouTube.
I
Well,
usually discover new
rabbit
bands
hole.
by going to a show. Like we found Modern Chemistry at a Taking Back Sunday show, and I love that band now because I got their album.
Yeah, I mean that.
Cool. Yeah, you showed us them.
But
I lived up in Asheville for a while, and that's a great city for live music. I saw a lot of really good bands up there. And I couldn't remember the name, but the live music, that's where you really discover people. I think. I mean, nowadays it might be the computer, I guess, but just go see where you discover good shit.
I think it's still there. I'll still run across music sometimes, and I'm like, this is really good, and I've never heard of it before. Like, it's not anywhere. I think they're just looking more for the radio stuff is what's getting the most play. So
I heard of this band, called Else to these guys.
Smart.
Am I cutting out?
You've been cutting out the whole time, dude. You're good, bro.
No, I heard this band. I Prevail on the radio. Anybody else heard this guy?
I've heard of them. Yeah,
I've heard the name. It seems like.
Okay. They've evidently been around for a while, and they had this real poppy kind of sounding stuff, and then they did this album. I guess maybe they broke with their record company or something, and they did their own thing, and it's really good. Really good. I think the name of the album is like Paranoia or some shit. Check that out. Good stuff.
And you're coming in loud and clear now, bud.
I've found that like most of the music I come across now, where I think that I've discovered something new, it's really something that's been out for a while, and I'm just now.
I gotta run to the car, sweetie.
I'm just now hearing it. Like, I don't know.
I gotta get some out of the car.
I was on a kick a couple of weeks ago, Manchester Orchestra.
yeah.
right now, like I always circle back around to like my top 10. So like right now, OK Computer is constant.
Yeah, dude. I love some Radiohead, man. Just pulled me through some tough times.
That's definitely like that's in my top 10 of all time. I mean, I can't think of many better albums than that. But
the greatest album of all time, and I'll fight all four of you guys, is the receiving end of Sirens, Between the Heart and the
I've
Synapse.
got that CD. Yeah.
no.
Got that CD. I think it might be yours, Bobby. Actually.
No, I left mine. I know exactly where it is. I left it in a car at Kim's Toyota. That is the best album of all time. Better than the Beatles, better than Pink Floyd, better than any other written piece of music. That album.
I don't know,
You're
man.
wrong.
I can't even remember it, to be honest.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. I can't even remember it.
I have one, I think, a better album, and I always come back around to this album. I don't know. It's going to be in my top 5, but I'm going to say this one is better than the obscure nonsense that you just named.
No.
Some water.
I'm kidding. But it's going to be My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade.
No.
Listen to it. Dude. No. Beginning to end, they hit their stride, and there are at least 6 to 7 jaw-dropping anthems on that album.
Look, I could be honest with you. I have never listened to that album, but I will listen to it. The whole thing.
Remember Tyler's little brother used to look just like that dude, or tried to be just like that dude? What?
He did.
Bradford.
He did look like him. He had that haircut.
He did look like him, yeah. Times were so weird back then.
I'm not even a My Chemical Romance fan. Don't really care. But that album is a masterpiece.
Oh, dude.
I'll have to
Burt
listen to
Mccracken. Remember Burt Mccracken? Oh, man, that album.
great album.
We listened to that the other day at practice. The Used self-titled album.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Remember, we used to play that non-stop back then.
Yeah.
In the Dodge Neon. Didn't you have a Dodge Neon, Steven? Was that a Dodge Neon or was it something else?
That was a Dodge Neon.
Yeah. It had a great sound system there.
It was so fast. It was fast.
Thank you.
I had a Camaro. On that car, dude. I had a Camaro that it's all one piece. Like the trunk is like inside the car, and somehow I ended up having 4 12-inch subwoofers in high school in my car. Not very good for rock music, but it would shake your teeth out.
That's the best kind of bass. I tell Josh to turn his bass up all the time. Hey, I want my teeth to rattle with this when I'm playing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've got a great amp now, man. Like, back in the day, I always used to have problems with my equipment. And then eventually, once I got older and got some money, I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to buy the best amp I can find. Now I got, like, one that gives me no problems. I can barely even turn it up, and it's, like, super loud, you know. It's great.
What is it?
Love it. It's a Mesa M9 Carbon. It's a Mesa.
Anything Mesa's good.
Yeah, it's like the best bass amp they make.
Let's see it. Ooh, that's pretty.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yeah, it's
goes
pretty
in an
badass,
airplane.
dude.
That's how you land an airplane with all them switches.
Oh yeah.
I have a Yorkville bass amp in my closet. I don't need a bass amp, but I have one. It's tube, like 800 watts.
Damn, yeah. Holy shit.
It's a rack mount like that, rack mount head.
Like the one I just showed you.
Mm-hmm. Sounds pretty good.
Awesome. Damn, it's almost 11 o'clock. Shit.
Yeah. So probably be good to wrap it up. Go ahead and ease on. I appreciate all you guys coming on. It was good to talk to all of you again.
Yeah, it's definitely been great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for putting it together. Fun times.
I'm gonna have a terrible time editing this because the whole time y'all's faces have been moving around the screen. So, like, to crop in on each of those videos the whole time, like it
just post as is, man.
But then I won't get my fantastic angle of myself I got over here.
Yeah.
We'll do something.
Yeah, bro. You'll work it out. Hopefully it'll be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, LaurelPalooza, the original lineup. Anything?
November 7th.
November 7th. Anything y'all want to add?
What you eating, Eric?
Cinnamon raisin bread with a bunch of butter.
Oh, I'll add something. I'd like to say, that we appreciate Chad for putting this shit on. It's gonna be awesome. He's got a cool little spot down there downtown, man. I stopped by there the other day. They've got some good food, man. Really good food.
Yeah, he don't mess around with his butchery. I had him on the show, and he said the correct term is butchery. I think.
It's
You can't beat his meat.
He literally has those signs. I mean, he's got them. He's not one to shy around that.
I just wanted to point out that whenever Chad and I were both at JCJC, I used to make fun of him hard for going to school to be a butcher. He's laughing last, right?
He's laughing his way.
He's
to
laughing
the
all the
bank
way
every day.
to the bank.
All the way to the bank. Man, good for him.
Yeah. Now you can't beat his meat.
Yeah.
Great story, Steven.
I haven't been there yet. I'm excited to go. I might have to scope it out before the show.
Go by. They got
It's good. They got some good jerky.
some tasty looking meats up there.
Do they serve drinks there? I've had some friends
I think
if they serve.
I don't know if
they're going to be serving
there or
that
not.
day.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
usually,
weird. Eric drinks now. It's so weird.
Usually they, I think it's BYOB. That's how it was for America Bash.
Okay.
So, but you can drink downtown Laurel now. They have a.
Yeah, you can go to like the bar and get it and walk out. It's
Yeah.
the entertainment district is what they call it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Eric now looks like a dude that would enjoy a ice cold beer while he was like grilling hamburgers and hot dogs.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah, like you have that look about you right now.
I can go for that.
I think
Good
all of us
IPA.
could go for that. I mean, who wouldn't go for that?
Yeah, that's kind of awesome sounding, actually.
Like, this guy likes steaks and blowjobs. What a creep. Anyways.
Weirdo.
Weird.
Oh, that guy.
Loser.
Yeah. Maybe that'll get us banned, kicked off Facebook. That right there. Well, yeah. I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm looking forward to it. I will be there at the show. So I'll see y'all then for sure. If I don't see you before then, but
Yeah,
Thanks,
man. We
buddy.
look forward to seeing everybody there. Shout out to everybody.
yeah.
Yep.
Shout out, bro. Throwing in one last shout out.
Shout out. Anybody else want to?
Everybody.
Shout out.
Everybody else want to
Shout
shout
out.
out? Just
Peace.
yo, shout out.
All right. Peace.
All right, guys. See ya.
You-dog
Thanks
out.
again.
November 7th. We'll see
man.
y'all there. Later.
7.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
I'll talk to y'all later.